world, so they're not words that they need to use. So we've had some of these groups out here, and they were out on a day like today. They're seeing dolphins. We saw orcas. It was just an unbelievable day. And then all of a sudden, there's a drone flying directly overhead, and it completely interrupts this relationship that you're developing with these kids to make sure that they understand that these wild places need to be protected. And then you have some random person that's doing the exact opposite of what you're trying to teach people. And it really just kind of interrupted the whole flow of the day. So it's that kind of thing where you get into more interpretation and interacting with the public that becomes really critical too. It's not just about the wildlife, even though that is my primary interest in protection.
What are some of the different ways that drones impact wildlife?
So it depends on the drones and it depends on the wildlife. The drones out here, we find that it makes sea lions and otters just scatter. So it's that much less energy they have to feed their young and feed themselves, get away from predators if they need to. There is an octocopter that's used out here. So the drones you guys are familiar with are like this big, right? Mm-hmm. So in the spring, for about a month of a 10-week study of gray whales, there's an octocopter that's flown out here that's like this big. It gets its own special room, and it's operated by a couple of PhDs with NOAA, and they use it to do aerial photography of whales. They had to get permits. You know, it's one of those things, if you're in the public, you can just fly a drone willy-nilly. It's not really a big deal.
But they have a permit.
They have innumerable permits. So they've got permits from BLM, NOAA, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, any agency you can imagine they've got permits from. And when you're...
so do we. We have all those permits.
Yeah. And essentially what you're doing is getting everything that you would require for a pilot's license except the actual sitting in a plane doing the practical. Yeah.
So what was the program that you guys go through to bring the Bakersfield kids out here? Like, how does that work?
I don't have anything formalized. What happens is usually people reach out to me.
Says the Bakersfield student.
I'm from
Yeah. So it's not a formal program. They have a continuation
okay.
high school teacher out of, I think it's Bakersfield High School, that approached me a couple of years ago. And he runs, I can't remember even what the class was, but he takes his top 8 students and brings them out to the coast.
Use this in your capstone.
And he goes to different sites on the coast.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
This really
Like that-
relates
is
to
that
my
a new thing?
capstone.